Hello, I am sitting outside waiting for Jackie to finish up her appointment. It is 11:09. I'm assuming she's about and not hasn't taken off to save on without me. She was going to check in on an appointment, check in on a couple of other things, so she could be in for a little while longer. I figured I would stop and just continue practicing speaking, which seems like an odd thing to do. I've done nothing but speak and speak and speak for about 3,000 plus videos on this channel. But it's never too late to learn, and that is what I'm trying to do. To get better at speaking in a way that maybe isn't so annoying. Well, it's not annoying, but that isn't filled with the vocal tics. That's what I'm looking for, is to speak fluidly, be comfortable with pauses, try not to do the filler things like be aware of that. And I can, if this is a check-in video for that, then I obviously haven't expunged it from myself. I haven't instantly gotten awesomely great at it, but I think I am developing the ear for it. At least I can hear myself do it for the most part. Though it's been interesting looking at some of the videos I've made that there are still, when I'm at a loss for a word, I'll just put thing in, or I'll say actually when, maybe I could pause, or I could just find the word. I watched a video with a fellow who had COVID, and he is unfortunately experiencing what seems to be one of the symptoms of long COVID, which is the brain fog. And one of the things for the brain fog is that he loses words. And that means, I have the sense, it'd be interesting to go back to his earlier videos. His speech is much more halting, but he also uses a lot of the filler words that I use already. So it's interesting to see that in action in somebody else who's actually got something going on. I do not have a brain fog. This is the brain I was saddled with, and this is the brain that I was saddled with. And I'm trying to work on my vocal tics, which is tough because, holy crap, it's, talk about ingrained habits, and something where, talk about ingrained habits. I have been on this planet for 50 plus years communicating the way I do. And it probably shows how much confidence I carry myself through the world, that my speech is peppered with ums and ahs and things and knows. Which isn't to say that me learning how to speak without that, or trying to learn how to at least greatly lower the number of filler words, is going to make me more confident in the world, but perhaps it'll make me appear more confident. Maybe I'll get more nasty comments on videos. Well, I can't get nasty comments on videos because I've turned all my comments off, but I'll get more grief for looking like I know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, you think you're God's gift? You don't and ah anymore. Where we all know that I'm definitely not a fictional God's gift. So, see, that's a filler in itself. Be comfortable with silences, which is in itself quite a powerful thing. Yeah, it is quite a powerful thing. Just being comfortable with silences, because in some ways I'm saying I need to become comfortable with myself, and I can see that being a very appealing thing for why people would want to listen to another person. It's like, oh, this person is comfortable with themselves. They can have spaces in their conversation where it's not just one big rush of getting it out because they don't think anyone's going to listen to them. And there is also a thing of, if you have a silence, it's almost like you're inviting conversation. You're inviting the other person to think about what you are talking about, which is quite powerful in itself, having those spaces.